हेलो दोस्तों, बिगनर्स पॉइंट में आपका स्वागत है। और ये करंट अफेयर्स है 28 तारीख से 30 तारीख तक की। ठीक है। पीएम नेतन्याहू कॉल्स इजरायली स्ट्राइक ऑन राफा ट्रेजिक मिस्टेक सेज वी आर इन्वेस्टिंग केस। Israel's PM Benjamin Netanyahu on Monday called the country's strike on a displacement camp in Rafah a tragic mistake. He said that Israel is carrying out investigation into the incident. In his address at the Israeli Knesset on Monday, Netanyahu said, "Despite our best effort not to harm those not involved, unfortunately, a tragic mistake happened last night. We are investigating the case. Papua New Guinea. Thousands ordered to evacuate due to active landslide. PM Modi offers support. Thousands of residents were ordered to evacuate from the path of still active landslide in Papua New Guinea by government on Tuesday after parts of a mountain collapsed, bearing an initial estimate of more than 20,000 people. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed grief over the loss of lives and damage caused by the deadly landslide. He offered support and emphasized that India is ready to provide all possible assistance. Wipro to develop AI-driven tech to reduce risk of cardiovascular disease. Wipro announced partnership with the Center for Brain Research (CBR) at the Indian Institute of Science (IISc) Bangalore to develop a personal care engine to reduce and manage the risk of cardiovascular disease by utilizing AI. The company informed the exchange in its filing. The company announcing the partnership on Tuesday informed that the collaboration will develop new technologies for prevention and management of long-term health disorders and to provide precision support for these diseases. India plans to begin negotiation for 550,000 crore Rafale marine jet deal. Contract negotiations between the governments of India and France for 26 Rafale marine fighter jets valued at 50,000 crore are scheduled to begin on May 30 with the arrival of high-level French delegation in New Delhi. The French delegation would meet with its Indian Defence Ministry counterparts for official negotiations, defence industry officials told ANI. TCS and IIT Bombay collaborate to create India's first semiconductor chip imaging tool. IT service major Tata Consultancy Services has entered into a partnership with the Indian Institute of Technology Bombay to develop what it said is India's first quantum diamond microchip imager. According to a statement from the IT services major on Tuesday, this to be developed sensing tool will hold the potential to unlock new levels of precision in the examination of semiconductor chips, reduce chip failures, and improve the energy efficiency of electronic devices. Apurva Chandra appointed as chairperson of Committee A, 77th Committee A of 77th WHA event. Apurva Chandra, Union Health Secretary, Government of India, has been appointed as the chairperson of the Committee A at the 77th World Health Assembly (WHA) announced by the World Health Organization (WHO). The Committee A of WHA, the event scheduled to held from May 27 to June 1, held at Geneva, is chaired by India. Fitch downgrades Bangladesh to B+, outlooks stable. Fitch Ratings has downgraded Bangladesh long-term foreign currency issuers default rating on Monday to B+ from BB- owing to weakening of Bangladesh's external buffers. The country's forex reserves are down sustainability due to continued forex interventions, capital outflows, and persistent use of informal channels for remittance. Bangladesh reserves have fallen 15% from January 24 levels USD 18.4 billion, said the agency in a report. National Archives of India undertakes first overseas digitization of diaspora records in Oman. In a collaborative effort, the Indian Embassy in Muscat and the National Archive of India (NAI) successfully completed a first of its kind project to achieve historical documents of the Indian diaspora in Oman, titled the Oman Collection Archival Heritage of the Indian Community in Oman. The project ran from 19th May 27th 2024. It saw enthusiastic participation from 32 prominent Indian families from Gujarat whose presence in Oman dates back 50 years. Former PM Nawaz Sharif admits Pakistan violated peace agreement with India in 1999. Former PM Nawaz Sharif admits Pakistan violated peace agreement with India in 1999. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif admitted on Tuesday that Islam violated an agreement with India in 1999. Sharif's disclosure unfolded during a meeting of PMLN General Council where he assumed the presidency of the ruling party 6 years post his disqualification by the country's Supreme Court. RBI unveils Parvah Portal, Retail Direct App and FinTech repository for enhanced public access. The Reserve Bank of India has launched 3 major initiatives: the Parvah Portal, the Retail Direct mobile app, and a FinTech repository aimed at enhancing public access to the central bank and facilitating regulatory approvals and transactions. The Parvah platform for regulatory application, validation, and authentication portal is a secure and centralized web-based platform for individuals and entities to apply online for various regulatory approvals from the RBI. The portal streamlines the process of seeking authorizations, license, or regulatory approvals by providing a single point of contact for applicants. It is expected to improve the efficiency of the RBI regulatory approval and clearance process. Venus has more volcanism than previously known, new analysis find. Venus appears to be more volcanically active than previously known, according to scientists whose new analysis of decades older radar image has spotted evidence of eruptions at 2 additional sites on the surface of Earth's inhospitable planetary neighbor. India has capacity score of 86% to detect, assess, report, and respond to health emergencies, Health Secretary said this. Union Health Secretary Apurva Chandra addressed the plenary session of the 77th World Health Assembly of WHO in Geneva on Wednesday. His speech centered on India's strides in healthcare, global collaborations, and commitments to achieving universal health coverage. DRDO successfully tested Rudra M2 missile. The Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO successfully flight tested the Rudra M Air-2 surface missile today. The missile was fired at 11:30 am from a Su-30 Mk-1 aircraft to the Indian Air Force off the coast of the Odisha. The missile test met all trial objectives, confirming the effectiveness of the propulsion system and control and guidance algorithm. The missile's performance was validated through data captured by various range tracking instruments, including electro-optical system, radar, and telemetry stations set by the integrated test range in Chandipur on an on-board ship. Major Make in India defense deals on center's agenda post-elections. Several crucial Made in India defense projects, including the procurement of additional K9 Vajra self-propelled howitzers and fighter aircraft engines, are said to be on centre's agenda for final approval following elections. Initially planned for approval in March this year, these projects were postponed until after the elections. Telemanas helpline receives over 10 lakh calls since its launch in October 2022. Ministry of Health, Family Welfare, Government of India said this. The National Telemental Health Program Telemanas in India has reached a significant milestone, receiving over 10 lakh calls on its Telemanas toll-free number, averaging 3,500 calls per day, according to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Launched by the Government of India in October 2022 to enhance mental health service delivery nationwide, the program operate 51 Telemanas cells across all state and union territories. India's dedication to committed multilateralism shines ahead of UN Summit of the Future. An anticipation builds for the upcoming UN Summit of the Future. India's permanent representative to the United Nations, Ruchira Kamboj, has underscored India's unwavering commitment to multilateralism. Kamboj expressed excitement for the summit on Thursday, highlighting India's proactive stance in embracing the opportunity to repurpose the UN for collective global progress. Excited for the upcoming UN Summit of the Future, India's dedication to commit multilateralism shines as we embrace this opportunity to repurpose the UN for collective global progress. Together we can achieve the greater good, Kamboj said in the post on X. 14 Hong Kong Democrats found guilt in landmark subversion trial. 14 Hong Kong pro-democracy activists were found guilty and 2 were acquitted on Thursday in landmark subversion trial that critics say could deal another blow on the city's rule of law and its reputation as a global financial hub. The verdicts in Hong Kong's biggest trial against the Democratic opposition come more than 3 years after police arrested 47 Democrats in drone raids at homes across the city. They were charged with conspiracy to commit subversion under a national security law imposed by China. NHAI seeks investment in UAE for infrastructure monetization. The National Highways Authority of India (NHAI) has launched an initiative to monetize its infrastructure, seeking investments from the UAE to sustain and enhance India's expanding national highway network. Space startup Agnikul launched India's second privately built rocket. Agnikul Cosmos launched its Agniban rocket for the first time on Thursday, powered by the only Indian rocket engine to use both gas and liquid fuel in the country's second flight of privately built rocket. The Agniban's first flight had been called off 4 times in the last 2 months because of the technical issues. The most recent cancellation was Tuesday when launch was aborted 5 seconds before liftoff. Saudi Arabia may announce landmark Aramco share offering. Saudi Arabia may announce a landmark secondary share offering in oil giant Aramco later on Thursday, pending final approval, people with knowledge of the matter said. Final approval would come from Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The share offering is expected to be launched on Sunday, the source said. South Korea plans Mars landing in 2045 as it launches first space agency. South Korea plans to make a Mars landing by 2045 and spend 100 trillion won, 72.6 billion until then on space exploration, President Yoon Suk Yeol said on Thursday at launch of the country's first space agency. The Korea Aerospace Administration (KASA) will lead the country's space economy with hundreds of businesses and enterprises working to catapult South Korea into the ranks of the world's top 5 space powers, Yoon said. How China EV makers aim to beat Tesla legacy automakers in Europe. Starting in 1980s, European automakers steadily conquered China, ranking up millions in sales with little local competition. Now they will have to defend their home turf in Europe from an onslaught of formidable Chinese electric vehicle. Chinese EV titans Chery and Great Wall Motor GWM are preparing a full slate of product launches, about 20 over the next 5 years, and spending heavily on sales and marketing in their most important export market. According to Reuters interviews with 18 China auto executives, consultants, and industry experts familiar with the Chinese automakers' European strategy. Sarjaha India Businesses Forum highlights investment opportunity for the Indian firms. Sarjaha Chamber of Commerce and Industry SCCI hosted the Sarjaha India Business Forum, urging Indian companies to capitalize on Sarjaha's investment prospects and dynamic business climate. Held at SCCI's headquarters, for forum showcased Sarjaha's advanced infrastructure and promising market driven by economic diversification and investments in key sectors. And that current affairs is end.